Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Anything Blows. My name's Enrique, and today I'm proud to be at the Indigo at the O2 for a historic card, an iconic card, TM14 promotions against Neilson Boxing. And John, like we said, I've been at the Peacock, and as John was saying over here as well, I've been at the Peacock, been at your call. We've supported you from through thick and through, and with Mark as well. But now we're here, Indigo. It's fair to say, no longer small hall.
People keep branding this bit out there about medium hall. I don't think that was a word before, and I've heard it before, and I don't jump on the bandwagon, but I've got to be honest, small hall don't do the O2 Indigo. Is there a medium hall if that kind of market is there? I hear it say, some other promoters say the same thing. It's definitely a step up from York Hall. York Hall is the home of boxing in this country. It's the home of boxing in London. We're proud that we go there every month and that we associate ourselves with all London fighters and home county fighters. But yeah, look, the O2's the O2. We might be at the Indigo, not the full arena, but it holds 2,500 people. We know how many tickets we've done. We know what the show looks like. We know what the card looks like. So it's definitely a step up for us, Hendry.
And as you quickly skim through the card, as you said, the amount of tickets you sold, you could have easily done that O2. Well, maybe not easily, but you did sell more than fighters were asking for more. Fans were asking fighters for more.
Yeah, look, we sold this out verbally weeks ago. We haven't quite sold it out. There's still a few tickets flying around. I think, you know, when you come down to the fight week before, you have got the football. We've done everything we can for the football because we've got it on in all the screens. It's in all the bars, so it's a football/boxing event. It is the summer season, so sometimes I think fighters get told, yeah, I'll come, and then they're like, oh, I'm going on holiday next week, or I ain't got the budget, or whatever. But generally, we've never sold any level of tickets like this. We've got so many 50-50 fights on here. I've got, even if they're not 50-50s yet, I've got some of the top talent in the country. I'm looking at one right now.
You got Sonny Hardy?
Sonny Hardy's having an interview over there right now. He's more important than me. But look, you've got all the big fighters out there, and they deserve this platform. The platform for them, a lot of them, we're like, for you to fight, you need to sell X amount of tickets, or you've got to take a 50-50 where the two of you are selling tickets. And do you know what? They've come good generally, so we're really happy.
And let's skim through the card very quickly within a minute and a half. Hamza Bot versus Lee Hallett.
I've got back Hamza, who's on my team, right? But Lee's really experienced. He'll bring in some tests that he hasn't had before. Hamza's a good lad. We've not had him before. He sold a load of tickets. I think the first fight's about to kick off now. It's already 10 minutes late, but I believe we're waiting for a paramedic who's stuck in the Blackwall Tunnel, as I've just been told. So a few people will be at the bar getting a few more drinks in before that starts. But yeah, go with Hamza on it.
In the Bassi versus Ilyas Liakostas.
Silly question. Inda's my boy. He's out at Peacock. He served me well. He's great. Listen, we're lucky to have Inda on this show, and Inda needed a run out. I think he's in a big fight in, is it 2 weeks?
3 weeks time.
3 weeks today.
He's gone from the Indigo to the main O2.
Yeah, exactly. So he stepped up from your call to the Indigo tonight, and then in 3 weeks he's in the main arena on a monster card, and he's fighting Sean Noakes. Yeah, for the English, and that's a good 50-50 fight. That I probably expect Inda to come through that again. He's my boy. I'm biased, but we know Sean well. Sean's a great fighter, so yeah, he's going to come through this tonight.
His first two professional contests: Finley James versus Elliot Edbudgi.
He's called the captain for a reason because he was.
Why wasn't he your captain tonight?
Because he's not in the big 50-50 fight, if I'm honest.
Ironically, it would have made sense.
Of course, and there's a few fighters that might bang on my door and they go, why am I not the captain? Why am I not the captain? Our captain is captain for a right reason, even though the rest of the team are excellent as well. Finley is one of the best boxers you will see around London and home counties at any weight, let alone welter, for the fighters that deal at our level, whether that's called small or medium or whatever you want to call it. It'll only be a couple of fights before he's on a TV platform anyway. He's got a great team.
And now
Tipsy. Yeah, Tipsy's team. So yeah, I expect a classy performance. Whether he stops him or not, we'll see, but a very classy performance.
And two Southpaws on the night. John Robertson.
Yeah, he's my boy John, but he's on the other team tonight. Again, a lot of these fighters, as you've probably seen, they fight on our team, their team, because there's so many fighters that we're all connected with. John's a good guy, expect him to put on a show. He sells a bundle of tickets. He brings his Millwall boys out who like a drink and a bit of fun. So it just adds to the atmosphere. So yeah, go on, John, even though you're not on my team.
And I'm West Ham as well. But I love John as well. Dan Morley.
Yeah, look, it's a delight to have Dan on the team. He's a bit of a celebrity himself. He's got like 250,000 followers on Instagram. It's not just about the social aspect of it. He's a great fighter. What is he, 8-0 now? He hasn't fought for a couple of years. As soon as we announced the O2 card, there was a few conversations he wanted on the show. It's managed by Don McGuinness and Ant Crawler. They're big names for us to deal with. Spoke to Ant. It was like, look, can we get him on the show? I was like, absolutely. Requested astronomical amount of tickets and done phenomenal at selling them. So we expect it to be very rowdy with his fans in here. I'm looking forward to watching him. He's on the other team, but I've not really seen him, certainly live, so only a little bit here on YouTube or whatever. Let's see how good he is.
Louis Mordani?
Another one who's our lad. He's on the other team tonight, but look, he's a class act, Louis. He sells as many tickets as anyone around our level. Great relationship with his family. Every time I go and collect money, his mum and dad are giving me beers in the house and stuff at the end of the day. So they're friends of ours. Good talent, very good talent. He's only a young lad. Was he 20, 21, if that?
Yeah.
He might be 19, 20. But he's a young lad, and this will be a good test for him tonight. Let's see how he gets on.
Lad on the other side, Sonny Hardy.
Class act. Very, very class. Look, we have big news coming for Sonny. Let's get tonight out the way first. It's double points against the Neilsons on knockouts. He can't hear me. He stood there having an interview. No pressure, Sonny. But I think he might stop Casey Bradnam tonight. If he does, I'll get double points.
And I've got a shirt on.
So, you got Sonny's shirt on. I thought you meant Casey's.
No, Sonny's.
But yeah, listen, everyone loves Sonny. He's trained by Kevin and managed by Kevin. Kevin's our mate.
And he's a West Ham lot.
Yeah, look, he's got huge support. We might even have a bit of news about a connection with West Ham on some future shows. And Sonny clearly would want to be involved in that. I've probably got bigger news for Sonny to be announced before that. And literally, let's just get tonight out of the way. But I'm confident we might see a stoppage from Sonny.
An amazing 50-50, Ollie Edwards versus Bass.
It is a 50-50. I think a lot of people look and go, this Bass fella's from abroad. You know, when you fly someone in, they're like, he is a 50-50. This Bass is coming to win.
He's got a winning record, and he had a great contest against George Lillard.
Well, there you go.
Now we move on to Aaron Prosper versus Molly Mason. As you said, Prosper's your boy tonight, and he's a Peacock boy, but Molly you've had on your shows.
They're both my boys.
And then they fight for Louis O'Doherty against the Southern area, whoever wins.
If you say so. You sound like you're the good matchmaker here, but that's good. That could be a fight that happens. Maybe, Endry, you're one step ahead of me. I think that this is a great fight. They're both my lads. They've both fought for us many times. Aaron's a Peacock boy, you know. I treat everyone the same, but I am affiliated with that gym. I've always been with them since day dot. So Aaron's on our side. Look, best of luck to both fighters. Whoever wins, we wish well, and we'll be part of their journey, I'm sure. Aaron, go and win for me tonight. I need the points.
Mike Webber came versus Frank Arnold, who came in 3 pounds over. Well, not to focus on that. He's ineligible to win the title, and it will be vacated. But Frank Arnold, if he does win it, he becomes Southern Area champion.
That's exactly spot on. He didn't make the weight yesterday, so Michael was stripped of the title. A bit frustrating for Michael and everyone involved, but either way, the fight still goes on. Frank, rightly so, made weight, so he can fight for the vacant title. So if Frank wins tonight, he will be the Southern Area champion at Super Feather. If he loses tonight, the belt will still be vacant, and Michael will just move on. Like I just said in the previous interview with Michael, the thing is, he would have moved on had he have won anyway, because it was a defence. So, I'm sure they'll look and learn as to why they didn't make weight. But
and he wanted the English title against Angel Gomez, Gomez Jr. Lewis Roberts. Sorry, my bad. I was thinking of the journeyman.
Yeah, that's okay.
Lewis Roberts versus Ben Lilly in a Commonwealth and English title.
Great fight. 96-94 last time. It's a rematch. The last fight was in Swindon, where Lewis is from, does 200 tickets. Ben, I don't know how many sold, but he lives in Cambridge, so it wouldn't have been millions that he took. And he was the underdog, and then he lost by 2 points. You know, this is a step up in terms of venue. It's very central and a neutral location. You've got some coming from Swindon, some coming from Cambridge. Both will have learnt from the last fight. I'd expect that to be a fantastic fight with an English title on the line and a Commonwealth silver.
And before I let you go, your captain, Joe Bartel versus Jordan Reynolds, 6-0 versus 7-0. They sparred several years ago. What we talk about there, Joe headlined several of your TM14 calls. Jordan Reynolds, he's been there. He's fought on a Matchroom show. How do you see this contest going? Of course, he's your captain. You've got all the faith in him tonight.
Joe's my boy. Joe is my captain. He's captain for a reason. We've had all 6 of his fights, and I'm proud of this journey. You know, we think he goes a long way. I'm sure he's going to wake up one morning and have a phone call from Eddie or Frank, and then they're going to have to phone me and go, we're ditching you. And I'll be like, really? But look, there's a pecking order. I say that all the time. Hopefully we keep having him in there. Whether he wins it or not, look, it's a 50-50 fight. I know that you media guys, I've speak to a lot of you, when you're at shows, on the bigger shows like your Matchrooms and your Queensberries, people are talking about this fight. It's a very, very good fight that should have been on a big platform, to be fair. But we got it, and we got it at a great venue.
Your main event.
It is our main event.
And it's
Joel's my. I walked out of the hotel this morning, go for breakfast, stayed in the hotel overnight. I walked out, I thought, hang on a minute. And Jordan Reynolds was standing outside my room. I was like, what are you doing? Looked cool as a cucumber, but that is exactly what Joel is like. Joel is a beast. He's called the beast. I don't see this going a distance, because I think Joel will go looking for a big fight, and I think what I know of Jordan, although we've not had him, fantastic amateur pedigree, done great at the pros, maybe not been as active as Joel, and Joel's done it over a shorter period of time. You know, he's been out, we've managed to look after him. For whatever reason, Jordan hasn't been out as regular. I'm sure there'll be reasons for it, but he has had a couple of fights in the last 6-9 months, so both fighters are on weight, both look great. It's a Commonwealth eliminator. We believe that the winner gets a shot at a Commonwealth and a Commonwealth silver, if not that at least. And I'm sure they'll be banging on the top 10 They don't want to run before they can walk. If you look at that middleweight division, it's stacked with talent. Probably the best talent in Britain in terms of top 10 that you'll see for any weight
Can I go
division.
through it quickly?
You can name them.
Tyler Denny, Hamza Shiraz, Chris Eubank Jr., Liam Smith, he's still there, right? Josh Kelly, has he moved up to middleweight now? Obviously Denzel. Anyone else I'm missing?
You're missing my boy Denzel and probably the number 1 rank, which is Hamza Shiraz, I think. So you miss Hamza. But yeah, look, if they're knocking on the top 10, they're names that those two probably aren't ready for yet. But that tells you where they'll be. And even the loser of this fight, depending how it goes, of course, but the loser of this fight should still kick on and still move on towards that top 10. I think both fighters will go much beyond English level anyway. So let's see how we get on.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jon Trethewey.
Top man.